welcome back to the Dirty Water Coins and Collectibles channel. We've got a nickel hunt. This is the sister box to the box that I previously hunted that I found the Henning nickel in, and 3 buffaloes, a proof, a 2024, and a 2009. So hopefully we have some good finds in here. But I have this box, and I also have this box. So if this box doesn't produce all that well, I do have a secondary box. If this box does produce, then we'll do a 1-box hunt. Otherwise, it'll be a 2-box hunt. We do have circulated coins. I did check this on the previous hunt. So we do have a circulated hunt. We're going to be looking for shield nickels, V nickels, buffaloes, war nickels, proofs, errors, varieties. Now we can add counterfeits, even though we've always been looking for counterfeits, but we don't usually say it. That's it. Low mintages. Let's get into this hunt. I will do the first 10 rolls. Bring you back with the finds if I got anything cool. See you in a second. Working on roll 6, and I missed it from the edge. But we got a silver. Philly minted. It's actually in decent condition, too. I'll say 45 on that, just because of the condition, but we'll see. There it is, 1945. Silver on the board. Nice. All right. Let's keep it going. I'll be right back with the next find. Working on roll number 10. And we've got a first year Jefferson. 1938. Out of Philly. Let's keep her going. Be back with the next find. Alright, here's our finds for group 1. I'll try to go quick. I pulled this 19 something. It has like some extra metal on it right here. It was probably soldered or something. I'm assuming it's damaged, but I just held it aside as a miscellaneous. I'm going to do this a little bit differently. So I have No Mint, Denver, and San Francisco here. So we have a 38 first year. 1, 2, 3, 4 1941 Phillies. A 46. And a 56. That 46 is in decent condition, not a Henning. 40s, we have a 46, a 59, and a 59. Then we have, those were all Denver's. San Francisco's, I have a 1940 San Francisco and a 53 San Francisco, no RPM or OMM. Down here I had a couple of nice keepers, an 81 and a 67. Down here I have a 1982. Oh no, sorry, that's a 46. And that 46 actually has some steps. It's a really nice strike, so I kept this one aside. And then we had the 45 Philly War Nickel. Let's get into group 2. Second roll of second group, we have a 1955 Philly, and this is a semi-key date, actually in pretty decent condition. Trying to keep it quick, so be back with the next find. Just finished up group 2. It's a little light. We have a 1952 Philly and a 55 Philly semi-key date. We have a 54 Denver, a 55 Denver, and a 58 Denver. I held this one aside as a 1987 Philly. It's in nicer condition. I will check it against the album. I probably don't need it, but we'll check anyway. Let's keep it going. Just flattened out roll number 9 for group 3, and I think that's a silver. Let's see. Yeah, buddy. I'm going to go with 43 on this one. I wonder if that's a die crack there. 43. Do we have any kind of the doubling? Never found a double die. No doubled eye. I'm not seeing anything in the P. And that's a scratch. All right, second silver on the board. Let's keep it going. Group 3 keeps us alive with some finds. We have a 5 cent. I don't know if it's Bermuda, Bahamas. 2004 Bahamas. For our Phillies, 1, 2 40s, 1, 2 41s, a 46, 47, no Hennings, no doubling, a 48, and a 53. Again, no Henning. Denver Mint, we had one 1957, and a San Francisco 1941. We have this 1983 that actually had a decent strike to it. It's got some steps. It is a little beat up, but it's actually a really good strike. There's a lot of detail on it. So I had this held aside. I did come out with the 2009 Denver low mintage. And our Philly minted was at 1943. Second war nickel on the hunt. All right, let's get into Group 4. I'll be right back. Working on roll number 8 for Group 4. And we have a Denver minted 1942. It has seen better days, but we have a semi-key date. Let's keep her going. So Group 4, like Group 2, was a little slow. We have a 1987 Canadian and a bunch of Denvers. So we have our 1942 semi-key date, a 48 Denver, 54 Denver, a 58 Denver, and a secondary 58 Denver. Let's get into the last group, see what we can find. Be right back. Roll number 9 of Group 5. Check that out. We have a buff. That is a rough buff. Do we have a date? Is that a 20? Yeah, 1920. We do have the feather. And of course, no mint mark. Buffalo on the board. Let's go. Group 5 gave us a bunch of Canadians. Well, 3 Canadians. And our Buffalo. So we have a 1986, a 1987, and a 2002 commemorative. For our 50s, our Phillies, I have a 1946 and a 1954. Denvers, we have a 1954 and a 1955. It looks like it's been shot up with like a BB gun. For our San Francisco, we have a 41S. And for our Buffalo, we had that 1920. So now I have to go through this cup of 2011 to 2023, see if there's any kind of DDOs, DDRs, anything funky in here. I'm going to keep it to a one-box hunt just so the video is not too long. All right, let me get into that cup. I'll be back with any finds. So out of that cup, we have 5 finds here. Let me get the phone put on the tripod so my hand isn't shaking all over the place while I'm trying to show you what we're looking at. So we have the tripod right here. Give me 1 second. Let me put it on. Be right back. All right, so the first coin is a 2015. And you can see right here, it starts a die crack. I'm not sure. I can't tell if it goes through the stairs or if it just picks up back here. And we have a little die chip between the U. Comes back, a little die chip on the N. Comes through the I and the T. A die chip here and a die chip there. Here a die chip, there a die chip. Comes through here. Comes back through here, comes up over the D into the S, another die chip right there. Comes through the T, through the A, through the T right there, and I think right through here. And it looks like it stops. This could also be a DDR, because it looks like there's some doubling under United States under here. So I will have to look this one up just to see if it is a double die. There's a little die chip right there. And there is what appears to be doubling at the top of E pluribus unum. So we have that one there. I will, if it is a double die, I'll put that information right in here if I can find it. So it'll be right in this area right there. Okay. If I remember to do that. This one, we have a 2022. And we have doubling on United. You can see that right in here. Doubling under here, under the T, the E. Good doubling right there on the D. It kind of tapers off this way, but you have a little belly on the back of the S. Doubling. Doubled up under 5 cents. And then you can see it quickly tapers off. There's nothing on the T here. Oh, there is, but it's very, very minor. And it tapers off there. See, there's a little bit. Yeah, not much up under E pluribus unum either. And I'll see if I can find that one. And I'll put that in that area as well. Okay. Excuse me. Next, we have a 2023. And we've got the doubling in the window right here, doubling under. We have pillar doubling right here, 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 here. There's a little bit right in there. It's also doubling right in there. See if you can see that. You should be able to see that there. Pull back a little bit, see if there's anything in the lettering. Sometimes there's doubling in Monticello, which I'm not really seeing. Okay, so I'll see if I can find that one. That was like 36 or 42 or something like that, but I'll put that information right there. Is this a die crack right here, or is that just... Nope, that's just like a piece of the felt. Okay, 2023. And this one here, another 2023. And we've got a strike through right in there. I have found this one before, actually like 3 or 4 times, so that definitely is a strike through, just it's a minor one. So something got in between the planchet and the die and did not strike up this area well. It's like grease or debris or something got in that area, prevented the coin from striking up in that particular spot. Okay. And then this one, we have a 2021. These are the ones that I like. So we have the good doubling. This one isn't as extreme, but it's good doubling. Right here in the window is extra thick. This window right here is extra thick. Up in here, here is extra thick. This doorway framing is extra thick. The pillars coming down are thicker. The window framing and window framing are thicker. This one is pretty centrally located. It didn't really make its way out to any of the devices. But still, E pluribus unum is a little bit thicker, but still a fun find. If this one is listed, it's a possible doubling right under here. Let's see if you can see that in the door framing right there. So right there. Either way, I'll see if I can find out which one this is. If I can, I will put that information again right in that area. All right, let me see what we have for our better finds, and I'll be right back. So here are the best finds of this box, in my opinion. So we have this one here, which has some extra metal on it. So this is kind of just like a miscellaneous find, but I thought it was kind of cool looking. We had this 1946 Woody that actually has a very good strike to it. I'll check that against my album. A 2009 Denver lower mintage. We have our 1920 Buffalo. We had a 1943 Philly war nickel and a 1945 Philly war nickel. So all in all, that was a great hunt. No hennings. It's probably not going to happen for a very long time, if at all ever again. But take what we can get. That worked out pretty well. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please give a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't done that yet. Be sure to hit that notification bell. And hopefully, I'll see you on the next one. All right, this 46 isn't great, but it is better than the one that's in my album. So I will swap them out. All right, there she is. And looking at it, I definitely need to swap out the 46 Denver. It's got like BB holes in it, so that'll be an upgrader next. But that one looks good. See you on the next one.